I'm David Boucher, and welcome to magical day 21 of my 6-month life transformation chronicle. Why do I say it's magical? Well, you've heard me refer to 21 days almost since the beginning of this video series. And if you've been watching these videos regularly, you know that day 21 is the point at which if you have a behavior that you've been sort of forcing yourself to do every day, it becomes a habit. So a study has shown that it takes about 3 weeks for a behavior to become a habit, and so hopefully whatever little baby steps and then bigger steps you were taking as this video series has progressed, you've done it every day, and now it's just a habit that you'll do going forward. Just to give you an example of mine, so obviously it's making these videos, right? So if I were to now go a day without making a video, or I maybe was putting it off, during the day, I think I'd start to feel more and more anxious because I would just know I've got to get it done. And even though it's not a great feeling, I hope that that's what you're sort of feeling, now, because it does push you to get more and more done and hopefully reach your goals. So if you made it this far, fantastic. And for those of you who've been watching since day one, I just want to say thank you. So not really too much of a theme today, more of just an update on what I'm doing. So it is Sunday. I have talked about taking it a bit easy over the weekend, so I am going to do that. But I still have a couple things I need to get done. So I am building out a website. And I mentioned that I would share resources with you to just make things a lot easier. So I shared Canva a couple days ago. For websites, I use a service called Squarespace, and I'll put the link in the description. It's just a really easy, relatively cheap service that you can use to put together very good-looking websites, actually, for not a lot of time. So even though I do know HTML and CSS, there's just no point in me building something like that from scratch. And going back to our discussion a couple days ago on what's sort of good enough and how much should you focus on this marketing material versus actually being out trying to meet clients, I think Squarespace is great just to get something. I don't want to use passable because passable is sort of doing it a disservice, but just something that looks good, right? And I can, without shame, show that to clients. Now, it's not to say I wouldn't want something fancier going down the line, but right now my business doesn't merit it because I'm not making $1 million, right? So just to get something done, Squarespace is fantastic. I will share when I'm a little bit farther along, I'll share the website. It is a little bit still a work in progress, but the goal is that by day 22 or day 23, it'll be finished, and I'll share the website address with you. So if you're trying to build a website, for anything, I think Squarespace is fantastic. They've got beautiful templates, very easy to use. I don't receive any money from them. It's just I've used them to build many websites. And if you're looking to do something like that, it's highly recommended. Other thing too, I signed up for another Udemy course. So Udemy also, I take no payment, but I think they're fantastic. And today I signed up for my first I don't want to say non-technical because it is a little bit, but it's not programming. So I signed up for a Google AdWords class, and I think that's going to be really important to get traffic since I am completely unknown and I'm trying to get people drawn in. And so Google AdWords, I think, is a great way to do that, and I'm still a bit in the dark as to how it works. So for $11.99 on Udemy, I was able to buy this AdWords class. So Udemy, again, I take no payment. I think they're great. If you are looking to better yourself, change career, learn something, even something fun, right? Like how to draw, how to paint, play the guitar, Udemy probably has a class for it. And as I've said before, you never pay full price. And right now, it looks like they're running a special for $11.99 on most of these classes. So I highly recommend you check them out. I just sort of buy them as I see deals, right? Because they're not always that cheap. Sometimes I've seen them for 30 or 50, and I'd rather pay 10 or 11 or 12 or whatever. So I just buy them as they come up. That one I think will be probably a little bit less involved in the programming ones, and so I'm looking forward to starting it. So that is what I have done, what I'm working on today. The rest of the time, I think I'll just take it easy. The week does start again tomorrow, so I'll be up bright and early, ready to tackle things and get going again. But for now, I'm going to get my guitar practice in and wish you all a very good end of the weekend and have a great end of your Sunday. And obviously, it doesn't end at day 21 as far as taking your actions. So take those habits you've developed and take more steps and build on your success. So I wish you a very relaxed but very productive, if only slightly productive, rest of the weekend. So thank you so much, and I'll see you on day 22.